Hello, everyone. This is Branwyn Miu. I'm here with Thriflin, and we are playing Case 3 of the Golden Ticket House of Dole.
Hello, everybody. As a warning, you might notice some differences to some of our character sheets from before. It's because we went and did a side thing because one of our players is having to go to a more provisional drop in, drop out status for personal reasons. So while we were hoping that would be temporary, we went and did a side mission and developed some. But
Yeah, but she's going through some problems and yeah, can't make it all the time. So
hoping she'll be able to get through it and be back to being regular member of the band soon enough.
agreed. I hope so too. Um, yes, she was enjoying the game and everything. It's just circumstances.
I understand circumstances very well.
Yeah. All right. So
Oh, and so you know, the side mission will be getting put up. We've already recorded it. They'll just get put up after House of Dolls is finished.
okay. So we're going to do a random focus thing right now.
Yep.
So I'm going to set the scene, and then we can discuss whether or not Laura has come with.
Okay.
Riley is Misha's best friend.
Correct.
Now,
Riley remembers the events that happened and helped save Misha from being corrupted by the vampire, even though kind of accidentally corrupted her herself,
hmm,
or awoken her
so
nature, one of the two.
one of the two. It's difficult to say. The lines are very blurry.
Mhm.
So it's perfectly in the ordinary for Misha to invite random over for dinner at her house.
Yes. Hmm. Okay.
Misha has gone from, well, she's the only person in the family that remembers this, but she had an elder brother
Yes.
who passed away under unusual circumstances and has been seemingly erased from the past existence, memory, all of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And dealing with that lately has been a big problem for Misha. But having random around helps her a lot,
At least she knows that she's not insane.
indeed. Although sometimes talking to random, maybe she.
Yeah, random's not quite normal.
It's probably more reassuring that Laura remembers,
Indeed. And Elaine to some degree.
and and Elaine. Yes, you're right.
So,
So it is that Random will find herself sitting at a dining room table for a family meal with Misha's family, sitting probably where Chad would have sat,
right.
with Misha's father, who's a journalist, and her mother, who is a police officer.
Oh, joy. Okay. I'm imagining a quick flashback of a couple of long hours of people trying to teach random how to use knife and fork and spoon.
Yep, that is probably a thing.
What is for dinner?
Let's see what has been done for dinner. It's a special occasion. First time they're meeting Misha's best friend. Particularly since she had that emotional problem just recently that they had to get a counselor for and everything. After that terrible gas explosion.
Right. Gas leak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's pork. They've done a roast pork with baked vegetables. They're probably gone for the gravy. Misha's father seems to be a very good cook and very industrious.
Mm,
Because Mum doesn't have a lot of time for that sort of thing.
right. So, random's probably experimenting and trying to remember with how to use the knife and fork. Have we already like said grace or anything like that?
Let's say no, not yet. Let's get another thing out of the way. Has Laura been invited to?
Hmm. I kind of think that maybe having Laura there as a way to help field Misha field for random would make sense.
Okay, this does make sense.
But if we would rather it be just straight random, which we haven't done yet, that would also make sense.
It would make sense either way. I'm more inclined to bring Laura in because she's got some problems that I think would be horrible to inflict on this situation, as
Oh,
well as the ability to help.
oh yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, and since we're going a little bit back, you're bringing in the. This will probably be the first warning, foreshadowing of certain theme you have now.
Oh,
Tatari.
oh yes, yes. This is a thing.
Hmm. Okay. I like the way that you can go back and forth and not have to change character sheets because they're so esoteric.
Hmm.
Um, that you can go back in time and still use the character sheet from the head because it just works. I don't know another way to say it off the top of my head.
Yes. So I'm going to go back a little bit here to the arrival of Laura and Rand
Okay.
at the Dawson home. So you knock on the door. Misha answers and is like, "Hey, it's good to see you both. It's been a while."
Hello. Yes.
Right. Yes. Well, come on.
Okay.
She walks in Random follow.
Random does follow.
Laura attempts to step inside and pause.
Random's going to turn back, look at Laura, and cock her head. Oh, Misha, invitation.
Misha looks around, blinks. Sorry?
Laura needs an invitation.
Misha looks at Random, looks over at Laura, and sort of cocks her head to one side and says, "What is this? Some sort of like spectrum thing?"
Um,
Laura coughs and says, "Yes, yes, that's yes. I am a little bit compulsive about these sorts of things." Should I do a convince?
yeah, I think that's a convince.
Okay. Beguiling looks and enchanting for
Yep,
weakness, soiled soul.
definitely, yeah.
I'm not really seeing anything else. Maybe flawless grace.
I think flawless grace, yeah.
Okay. Convince. Well, Misha's going to certainly going to give in. I mean, what skin off her nose is it if she gives an invitation?
Indeed.
Um, so Misha shrugs and says, "Yeah, sure. Come on in, Laura. You're invited." Uh, Laura steps across the threshold without any resistance at that point, and smiles and looks somewhat relieved.
I imagine Random is wearing something reasonably decent looking since she would have been helped to get dressed and found something that is reasonably nice to wear to a friend's house. Um,
Mm,
Probably still in the t-shirt level, but kind of a nice looking t-shirt. Expensive-ish, maybe polo
yep,
or blouse, whatever the equivalent is.
yes. I think Laura's dressed rather simply. She's probably got a monocolored dress and some shoes and accessories that kind of fit it, but she's a bit. She's still working that sort of thing.
Right.
Um. So
Ra-
yes,
yeah.
sorry.
Random's obviously kind of uncomfortable in the clothes a little bit. She probably is twitching a little bit, tugging at him in different places. Probably is a little bit uncertain about shoes.
Hmm. Makes sense. So you go into the sort of kitchen dining area, and Misha's dad's a pretty ordinary looking guy. He smiles, he says hello, he gives Misha a kiss and greeting on the so it's lovely to meet you all. You would be Riley, and I'm guessing that's Laura.
Yes, that's Laura. I'm Riley.
Yeah, forgive me, but you two are kind of unmistakable from Misha's descriptions of you.
Is that good?
he blinks and says, I don't think that's either good or bad.
Okay.
Laura smiles and sort of puts her hand on Riley's shoulder gently. Um, he's just making polite conversation. Don't worry too much about it.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Probably she's probably got a little bit of her of danger sense going on because these are the kind of scenes that turn into bad stuff. Then again, every scene is something that turns into bad stuff in the movie she's used to.
well, yes, particularly when Misha's father starts putting the roast out and then pulls out a big knife to start carving it.
Oh yeah, she'll probably flinch for a moment. Um, I think probably flinch back and try to maybe get Misha and try to calm her down before she goes flies off the handle.
Okay. Um, Also, I would like a story tag put into the scene of kitchen knife MacGuffins.
Kitchen knife MacGuffins.
Hmm.
This has all sorts of horrible attached to it. Okay.
Um, well, it's not necessarily that they are MacGuffins. It's that that's what like random's going to look at what just happened and think, okay, this is the establishment shot where the director wants to show the audience that the
The,
knives are
yeah,
there,
yeah,
so
yeah,
that later on something can happen with them.
yeah, yeah. This is the Chekhov's knives. Yeah.
Oh, that's a better description. Yes, I'm sorry, I forgot the actual term.
Right. Okay. Kitchen knife MacGuffins sounded all sorts of uh,
Yeah, I keep getting Chekhovs and MacGuffins mixed up.
well, MacGuffin seems to be a widely misunderstood phrase since a lot of people don't misuse it. I've
Oh,
noticed.
yes, I know what it means. I studied film and television and everything, but yeah,
I know
just
you
for
know what
some
it means.
reason crossed wires. Yeah.
I get some of the same issues. I don't remember very clearly a lot of the terms and stuff from my linguistics classes anymore,
Hmm.
which is a little bit sad, but oh well.
Yeah. But this is good. Yes, Chekhov's kitchen knives.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm thinking she's going to, Random's probably going to flinch, eyes wide, and maybe start to move, and Misha's going to really, probably react really quickly to calm her down. I don't know if you want me to roll for that.
Yes, roll for it. I will give Laura. Laura will give you.
Laura will give me a help. Yay. Okay, Misha, maybe more human.
Yes, definitely more human.
Explore my free will.
Yes.
Okay, is this take a risk or face danger or
So this is to stop you from having a panic attack.
yes?
It sounds like a face danger because the panic attack would be a status.
Good point. Okay.
Please eliminate your status of distracted.
I wasn't sure whether that came during this story or the side one, so I didn't get rid of it. But
The
I'll get
side, the side one. Yeah.
Okay.
The detention will stay there because that will be useful after we finish House of Dolls.
Right. Okay. So anything else you can see? I've got a power of 3 right now.
Constantly reacting first.
Yeah, that's a downer. Okay.
But that's all I'm saying.
Okay, then. Face danger it is. Here we go.
So let's just call it a status 1 of alarmed.
So, distracted becomes alarmed.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
started chuckling as soon as I saw the status -1 because I figured it might be something like that.
Yeah. Next time Random gets poked, she's going to start making beeping noises.
Yeah. Um. So before Random does anything overtly tension getting, Misha's got her hold by the shoulder, and whatever Laura's doing to help might be completely psychic. Is just going, calm down. It's just cutting the food.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's just Laura's presence. Like, if anything happens, if since Laura's there, she's not freaking out, then Random feels a bit safer.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So Laura's going to be making some small talk. Oh, you have a lovely house, all of this sort of stuff. It's a nice neighborhood and everything. Um,
Not many doors. That's good.
I could do something terrible here.
That's what this is all about.
Yeah, so Dad here uses the reporter. Take a risk for me, please.
Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, I'm not getting out of this with a positive because these are nemesis. They're going to hate me after this. Um,
Yeah, they're probably going to think you're leading their daughter astray. Or worse.
yep. Okay. Um, a lot of my hiding things are gone. Long, long gone. Try to make friends.
Hmm,
More human.
I agree.
Okay. Anything else? Because
What was the question for watching movies?
um, what is an activity you do together with your group, with your relationship?
Ah, I see. Maybe watching movies because no, not in this case, because this is feeling to Random more like the setup for something horrible to happen later at the moment.
And this is before we establish because that started in the side movies in the Clash of Shields.
Good point. I'm going to say disjointed responses as a weakness.
Yep. Okay.
Um, and unfortunately, you're alarmed.
So it's a flat roll.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Inquisitive. As a hard move, the MC will ask you one question. You must reply with a straight answer or a solid lead. The reporter knows your answer even if your character didn't speak.
What is the question?
What do you mean by doors?
Places where bad things happen.
Oh boy. He really is looking at Random very suspiciously. His eyes narrow and it looks like he's trying to see through her soul or something. Then after a moment he says, "Oh, honey, would you, Misha, do you mind getting everyone some drinks? Would everyone like some drinks?"
Yes.
Mm. So Misha starts getting people drinks and glasses and things like that. And Misha's mother comes into the room. She's still wearing her. Oh, actually, no, it wouldn't be a uniform, would it? Because she'd be a detective.
Well, they have their own sort of uniform, even if it's called plain clothes, but yes.
Indeed. Yes, but as a plainclothes detective, her suit and everything is, yeah, like, Random is familiar with um, detective costumes because, of course, they have to be able to conceal body armor and a shoulder holster and all of that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's probably a pantsuit because she's the sort of cop who carries a backup.
Right, and you want to be able to hide it.
Yep. Oh, Misha, your friends are here. Oh, I'm sorry. You'll have to pardon me if I'm a bit out of it. I've had a big uh, dad tuts and says, "Honey, remember no talking about work in front of the kids."
Hmm.
Laura sniffs a bit and says, "If you don't mind me asking, ma'am, what department do you work in?" And Mum smiles and says, "Oh, homicide. Trust me, you don't want to know."
Yeah, Random's already probably testing the air, taking a scent of what people's spirits and souls are like, and seeing if there's any residue of whatever she was dealing with on her.
Mm. All right, do you want to do an investigate?
Yes, I do.
Cool. I
Sin.
think I think Laura will also give you a help on this one.
Yep. We might as well start using it.
I
um,
had 5 help points. Like, we need to cull this,
I
and
know.
this is a good place to cull it.
Yeah. I have scent of souls. Cut to the heart
Absolutely.
and inured to the horrible.
No, because this is a very benign setting. I know
Yeah.
she's a
It
homicide
it
detective, but
would
nothing.
depend. It would depend on what I would find. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I the more human would work against me, so not that.
Hmm.
And I think that's about it.
I think that's about it too. I'm not seeing any weaknesses though, so that's a plus. And I don't think alarmed actually comes into this.
No, if anything, it would make me more paranoid.
Yeah.
Okay. Investigate?
Investigate.
Absolutely no idea.
Oh no, it's going to be a bit worse than
I know. Well,
Rand.
thank you, Dice, for making this appropriate to the fact they're my nemesis.
hmm Random can smell blood on Misha's mother. And probably so can Laura.
And she's alarmed right now.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like a face danger.
Yep. Going to click more human and
Mm-hmm.
Misha Dawson because Misha's not reacting.
No.
Um, Inured to the horrible for this.
Yes.
Explore my free will.
It's a broad tag, I'll give it to you.
And I think I'll cut that off there.
Alright. Um, I am going to tag as a witness forced outside.
Oh, that advances Misha.
Mm-hmm. And it's perfectly appropriate.
Yes, because I'm the person that she met when she had her emotional disturbance
Mm,
and started insisting on an elder brother that never existed.
yep.
Okay. Face danger. Here we go. Whoa! So, I'm going to imagine that very briefly um, that she loses track of the whatever human facade because Syl looks human is long gone, but she can still do that. She very
Mm,
briefly loses track of that, but then tamps it down real quick. It was when
yep.
she notices everybody around her isn't reacting.
Mm. Yes, so the still looks human has sort of mutated into more
Pretty much, yep.
human.
I think Riffs can still see she's not normal, but I think most people wouldn't overlook it.
True, true. I mean, yeah, like a lot of riffs, maybe not, like, but riffs who can tell things, yes.
Yeah, and borderliners, legendaries definitely.
Yeah,
Borderliners and below with the appropriate powers.
yes.
Okay.
So, that crisis averted.
Yep.
Um, Eventually everyone gets shepherded around the table, and yeah, they're going to say grace. And Laura's looking more and more uncomfortable. So I think Laura here is going to take a face danger as they go through the ritual.
Yes. I'm unfortunately going to spend one of my hurts on this
Oh dear.
because Random's trying to be good and trying to say the only prayer she knows, the only one that gets repeated all the time on movies, which is the Our Father. It's not the only one, but it's the big one.
Hmm. All right. Can I tag lingering malignant?
Yes, this is sort of acting like a foreshadow to when it erupts in the Shield of A Clash of Shields.
Yeah. Vampiric impulses. I know I'm marking weaknesses, but oh boy. Soiled soul.
Oh dear. Yeah, these are all appropriate.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Feminine paragon and what makes people stop?
Feminine Paragon, what makes people stop? Yeah. May,
Beguiling looks,
may,
maybe?
maybe cloaking.
Oh, yes. That's flawless grace for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yes, it is. You have a total of 0. Gambate.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Ow.
On the plus side, my hurt didn't really mean anything on this roll.
This is true.
I would have hated it if you had failed by 1.
Mm, oh, well, it would have been. It would have been apropos.
Yep.
All right, so the the uncomfortable fidgeting. Sorry, the uncomfortable feeling quickly becomes a prickling sensation that's a bit too much for Laura to bear. Um, in the middle of saying grace, she excuses herself and flees to the bathroom.
Ah. Oh. Oops. Laura's feeling. Laura's was sick. She's trying on
Oh,
lying for size.
convinced. I'm sure Misha's going to try and help.
Yep. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let me get reset going because I forgot to do that. Okay. Misha and a sense of definition for the pack. Try to make friends.
Yes.
I think that's about covers it. I could do fellow victims, but I want to kind of save it just in case.
Yeah, this is a good plan. You are alarmed, though.
Good point. Alarmed.
Roll it.
Okay. Okay. So the the stick is going to be um they're suspicious of random rather than Laura.
Okay.
So distracted, I guess, or diverted.
I am going to hit strained friendship.
Oh dear.
Um, because at the same time that Riley is saying, oh, yes, she was feeling sick. And the parents are thinking, well, why did you drag her out to, to come meet us if she was. At the same time, Misha says, oh, she's an atheist.
Uh, oh. It's kind of a obvious cover. Now.
Well, not particularly. I mean,
Oh, right.
atheists don't get driven out of rooms by people
Rare.
saying,
True enough,
yeah.
yeah.
Um, However, both parents being quite religious and everything, they're a bit put off by the disjointed responses.
Right. Should I go ahead and mark? I should go ahead and mark attention there.
No, don't mark disjointed responses. I was being clever, not
Got it.
tagging.
Okay. Got it. Understood.
No problem.
Oh. Oops.
Yes, so they very quickly finish Grace, and there's this sort of awkward silence as people look at the bathroom, and like Dad leans over and says, "So, I mean, do we eat? Do we wait for her to come back? I mean, the food's going to get cold."
I don't know. Food smells good. She'll crane her neck to go look towards where Laura disappeared to. Laura knows how to act. I don't know how to act.
Mish says, "Yeah, Riley has a disability." Yeah.
It's probably not unfair to say that she's feral.
Mm,
I mean, she literally is.
yeah, but it's a polite situation, and Misha is being polite.
True. Yeah, most people wouldn't come out and say it.
Yeah, feral is not something you call people over a dinner.
Right.
Um, Even if it is accurate. So it's Mum's turn to stare piercingly at Riley.
Okay. Is that another make a risk? Take a risk?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I think Misha's working against me here, so I'm not tagging that.
Mm-hmm.
More human?
You've been using that a lot.
True. So
I
yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
I think it's still in use.
Yeah. Okay. Um,
And you don't have your pack at the moment, so no sense of definition.
right. And could try to make friends I just used.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Inure to the horrible does not count.
no, that might actually count against me with a police detective.
Very possibly.
Explore my free will, I think, is the only thing out here I can probably tag.
All right.
That does make it a dynamite, but unless I roll an 11, that's not likely to matter.
Yep. And I'm not going to hit disjointed responses,
Okay,
but alarmed is still there.
good point.
So, straight roll.
Yep, that did not go well.
Powers of deduction. I get to ask you another question.
Yay! This is the most wonderful family of all. We don't have names for them yet, do we? Just have father and mother.
Correct.
Okay.
And since they're your nemesis, if you would like, you can name them.
Going to behindthename.com.
Maybe not right now. Well, actually, no, you can do that while I think of a question.
Cool.
I thought of a question.
Oh,
How dangerous is it really for Riley to be associated with Misha? For Misha,
probably extremely.
I agree.
Even if it's not coming from random, it be coming at random.
Hmm. Yes, but that's extra detail that they won't get in the end.
Nope. They just know the basic. It's probably extremely dangerous to be around random.
Mm-hmm. So, Riley, what are you planning to do after school? What sort of career are you looking at?
She's kind of thinking, craning her head around. Not dying, which is me playing into the miss.
Yep. Yeah, Mum seems taken a bit aback by that. Or sorry, Mariana seems taken aback. And I've misspelled.
That's fine.
Do you think that's likely? I'd say Misha's gonna sort of try and cover for this one. No, no, no. I think you mean you don't really know yet, right, Riley?
Yeah, I don't know.
She really likes her morbid joke.
Black humor. Oh, gallows humor. No, black. One of those.
Xavier chuckles and says, "So, what part of the body does gallows humor come from?"
She looks a little bit confused and points at her head.
Mariana gives him a playful punch on the shoulder for the wordplay. Laura eventually slinks back out looking extremely embarrassed and being very apologetic, and then looks at the food that's on display and quickly tries to make her apologies, but her stomach is doing flip-flops and she can't possibly eat anything right now, but she'll definitely have something when she gets home, so please don't worry about her or stand on ceremony. And it's not like it's totally not like she can't stomach anything but blood anymore.
Oh dear.
Which sounds like a convince.
That does sound like a convince, and you're better at that than random is by a long shot.
Mm. So yes, beguiling looks, enchanting voice. It will be dynamite because that's a advancement.
Yep.
Flawless grace. However, vampiric impulses will be playing against.
Yep.
I think that's about it.
Give me a moment. I had to refresh my screen. There was a artifact on my thing that wouldn't go away.
Is she still thirsty, or can I remove that now?
I think you can remove that because that came from the Clash of Shields.
This is true. Okay.
Let's see.
Uh,
I don't think there's anything else. I think you're good.
okay. Let's roll the convince. Yep. So yeah, they'll give in a bit on that one. It's actually a fairly good excuse. It's a bit rude, but things happen.
Indeed.
However, for the rest of the dinner, both of them are staring very suspiciously at random, and considering it's getting late,
Yeah,
I
I
think
was
we
going to
can wrap
mention.
the scene.
I was going to mention we were coming to an hour anyway. I
Mm-hmm.
think we can go into montage from here and set up the next part of House of Dolls.
I agree. So, what this does mean is that both of the Dawson parents are very suspicious of Random and will be looking into her background and trying to work out how she's a danger to Misha.
They will quickly find she's feral because that's going to be a matter of record by now.
Oh yes. Um, and probably some records in from the school of her exploits.
I imagine I'm going to do a flashback here real quick. The first time somebody tried to bully Random, that um, she was just kind of confused as to what was going on with the mental threat. She kind of got the impression, could kind of sense the aggression and all that, but wasn't really caring about it until like they grabbed her shoulder, and she probably smashed the person who grabbed her shoulder probably got smashed into a locker and dented it.
All right, so that sounds like
Yeah.
you did a hit with all you've got move.
Yeah.
All right, so make the hit with all you've got move.
On the random person in the background. Wow.
Well, that's what flashback says. I clicked the.
Yeah, that's true. I was kind of establishing a thing. I wasn't really. Cons- oh yeah, okay. I wasn't actually thinking about
Yeah,
using it.
this.
Okay,
Oh, flashback is a thing. It's a cinematic move.
cool. Right, forgot about that. Okay. Um. Well, that would have been supernatural might and mantras of power and terror. I think.
Hmm.
And
Sounds good.
that'll do. I think. That's a restrained version of her doing that.
Hmm. Uh, weakness tag falling on your sword.
Since I'm mostly doing a lot of this is me covering for Laura. Yeah. Okay.
Or also you're in.
Right.
This is a flashback. You
Right.
are actually in the scene with the parents.
Right. Okay.
All right.
There we go. It was a miss, which means it went very badly. It's going to make her look
Mm,
very bad.
yep. You get a juice, however.
Oh? Oh, yeah, that's right. No, you choose one. You don't do both.
Oh, the thing says describe. It doesn't say. Oh, choose one. You. Oh well, which one did you want? Do you want the juice or the?
I'm going to
Actually, no.
I'm going to go with the miss because it makes more interesting and say that like there was no proof he was bullying her. It was a popular
Mm,
kid, good family type thing.
yep. Yeah. So yes, when parents look
Them,
into
them. I keep
them,
misgendering my
yeah,
own character.
it's okay. Um, yes, when the parents look into Random's background, they see a history of violence, and this is not someone they want their daughter hanging around.
The fact that that's probably the least of her history of violence is really kind of funny, but yeah.
That's kind of what I was going for. Yes. So shall we do the montage?
Let's do the montage.
Okay.
Okay, so from Random's perspective, afterwards, walking home with Misha's probably Misha looking a little bit down because her parents quite obviously did not react well and everything kind of went in shambles. And working out that, just kind of feeling a little bit like her parents are treating her with from like a distance, like the kind of way you carefully treat somebody who's a bit deranged now.
Mm,
And, kind of venting about that. And Random will try her best to cheer her up and say, uh, your parents like you. They don't like me. I'm dangerous. They like you.
this is trying to cheer Misha up. Sorry.
This is like trying to cheer Misha up, yes. And I'm doing this as a unburning tags basically, and getting a connection with
Oh, that's
Misha.
right. Awesome. I like it.
Yeah.
What are you gonna unburn?
It's you unburn all of them.
Oh, right. Cool. Go for it. Um, yes. As for Laura, I'm going to give attention to picking up the pieces because yeah, she's going to be concentrating her current life now rather than obsessing over her old life a bit more.
Yep, I am a little bit. confused why picking up the pieces doesn't get you something the way exploring the case, exploring your mythos does?
Yeah, I mean, it's because there's no mystery attached to
Oh,
Logos.
that
It's an
is
idea.
true. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is true.
Um, and yes, it also shifts the balance of, like, yeah, the mythos is inherently imbalanced. It's easier to sort of fall that way, and
That
you've got
makes
to
sense.
actually,
Yeah,
yeah, you've got to actually work not to slip over into Avatar.
right. That makes perfect sense actually now.
Hmm. Thematics, meshing with mechanics, it's really good.
Yeah, that is.
However, all of my theme books, except for Veronica, have improvements to
Yes,
be
I
done.
noticed that. Um,
Yep,
the only reason I don't show a lot is because I got 3 or 4 in the side quest.
yep.
I think it was 3. I'm about to get one on Misha.
Hmm. What are you picking up? I think I'm going to do mine off camera. I'll talk about it next time we run.
Right. Okay.
Oh, you're going to get Kayako has hair back because I'm
Yes.
burning. Yes,
Yes.
recovery.
That's the fact that I'm burning is everything has kept that a little bit tied down.
Yep.
Let's see.
Let's see if I can find moments of truth. Extra themes. Ally.
I'm going to go ahead and take a improvement of back to back.
Cool.
Once per session, when you make a move with your ally by your side, you can trade a miss result for a 7 to 9.
Well, after all, you've had a bit of practice at missing together. At least you have now.
Indeed.
Alright, I think we should leave it off there.
Right? I think so as well. We did geeking out during the credits with earlier on the other session.
Yeah.
Um,
So I think we're good. Besides, that was really a small scene, even if it did take us a while.
yeah.
Alright, good night everyone. We will catch you later.
Yeah, and thank you for listening to us. Bye.
Yes.
I talked too fast. Talk to you later.